there were some great little finds and a really important lesson out there for you guys that are just getting started with picking and garage sailing and trying to make a buck in this business. So stay tuned for that. Hello everybody, Silverpicker here, and welcome to the Silverpicker Squad. Now, today it is gorgeous out. It is sunny, it is bright, there's a nice breeze, and I am filming outside because it is just too nice to film inside. I mean, if you hear some birds chirping or some bugs buzzing or some dogs barking, just forgive me for a little bit because it is too nice not to be outside. But that brings us to what today's video is all about. It was so nice out this weekend. I got together with a lot of friends that were in from out of town. I hadn't seen them in a long time, and we spent the whole weekend together having a great time. But that of course meant I didn't have much time to go out and about picking and thrifting and going to garage sales. But at the end of the weekend, after we finished brunch, my friend and I were driving back, and we said, you know what, let's see if there's any garage sales in the area. And we took a look on Craigslist, and we saw some signs, and we ended up hitting up 3 garage sales. So the first sale didn't have much in terms of numismatic stuff or silver or gold that I wanted to buy, but it did have one really, really interesting numismatic piece, and that was a portrait of President Abraham Lincoln made out of Lincoln cents. And it was really, really cool, and actually my friend ended up buying that, and he put it up in his apartment. So that was really cool. I'm glad that somebody I know bought that, even though for me it wasn't exactly what I wanted for myself. But I didn't end up getting anything at that sale. The next sale we went to looked amazing. As we drive up, I say, this place is going to have something good. And we get out and we see a table with baseball cards and comics. We see another table with video games and electronics and old magazines and an entire long table full of stamp albums. So much stuff. And as I approach the back table, I see it in all of its glory. A ton of jewelry and a ton of coins. And I am excited. I'm like a kid in a candy store. But then reality hits me. I realize that it's already getting late in the afternoon and all this stuff is still available. So it means one of two things. Either all the good stuff has been picked through already and this is just the junk that remains, or the seller is asking way too much. Well, it was kind of both in the end. I start talking to the seller, and it's clear that he's actually like either an estate sale liquidator or a storage auction buyer or somebody in the business. And he's got all these coins, but most of them are not really quality coins. You know, there's some wheat cents and there's some buffalo nickels and whatnot, but there's very little silver. The only silver that I'm finding are those 10% Mexican silver coins. Really nothing great. And I say to the guy, I go, you know, I'm interested in this. Do you have any other coins? He ends up bringing out massive, massive suitcases full of more coins, but it's more junk like that. Now, not to say there's no value there. I was still interested in buying it, but only for the right price. So I ask him, I say, how much do you want for everything? He goes, for everything? Oh, it's so much money. It's too much. It's too much. I go, no, make me an offer. I'll buy all of it cash right now. And he goes, well, $5,000. $5,000? I go, come on, man. I said, be serious. I said, I will buy this stuff, but you need to give me a reasonable price. And he goes, okay, $4,500. And at that point I go, this is it. This guy is not looking to make a deal. He's trying to sell to all the little onesie-twosie buyers out there. Not for me. I go, okay, no thank you, too much. We're not even close. It just sort of goes to show you that you can't judge a book by its cover. You get out of the car, you see an amazing looking sale, and you can still walk away with nothing. And that brings us to the third sale, the last sale of the day. We drive up, and it's clothing. And I say to my friend again, this is going to be a quick one. You know, nothing here, right? You see some clothing hanging on the fence, and a couple of housewares and whatnot, and that's it. Well, in addition to the clothing that was hanging there, this was hanging there as well. And this is a little jewelry caddy full of coins. Now, I could tell it's mostly modern stuff. It looks like stuff from this lady's travels, but it was still there and it was labeled $10. So I figured if I could get a deal, it still might be worth it. So I say to the lady, I go, I'm interested in these coins. I'm a coin collector. Do you have anything else? And she goes, well, actually, I've got an album full of paper money. She goes, I got an album full of paper money as well. And I said, okay, I'd be interested in that too. And I said, well, what's the best deal you can give me? And she goes, well, I could give you both for $10. And while I'm looking through the coins and everything and the albums, you know, it's not a home run hit, but it is definitely worth $10. Especially because there's a lot of still in use foreign currency in here to countries that I travel to fairly regularly. So just on that, I could make some money. Plus, on page 1, we've got $4 in US currency. So no matter what, it's $6 spent on the rest of the stuff. Not a bad deal. So I end up buying that, and that is the lesson here. The lesson here is that you gotta go and put in the legwork and check out every single sale. If I would have gone to the sale with all the coins, the one that looks amazing, and just gone to that, I wouldn't have gotten anything. And if I would have driven away from that sale that just looks like, oh, it's just coins, what a waste of, just clothing, what a waste of time, I would have ended up with nothing. But it's because I hit every single sale that I pass, no matter what. You don't judge it, you go there, you see what you get, and sometimes you get rewarded. So that's the lesson for today, is don't judge a book by its cover and put in the legwork. Make sure you hit all the sales you can and be thorough about it. But on to the next part of the video. Let's go through the haul and see what I actually got. Alright, so let's start with the paper currency album. And if you want to follow along with the value that I got out of this versus what I paid for it, you can obviously follow along right there in the corner. And let's see if we break $10. I think we will, but let's take a look. So we start out, we've got a $2 bill from 1976 and another one that, let's see if we turn it over. Hopefully it's not stuck too bad. Obviously, for you new collectors out there, you should probably know never to put your paper currency in an adhesive photo album. Not too good for the quality of your bills. But it looks like we have here a 1995 $2 bill and, and a 1976. Neither of them have special serial numbers or anything, but we've got $4. That's not a bad way to start. I'll remove these later on. Alright. Looks like we've got some bills from Hungary. See, this is actually a good way to learn the different countries' names in their own languages. We have Magyar, I think that's how it's pronounced, Magyar, and that is Hungary. So we've got a couple of interesting notes from Hungary. And I'm looking here just at the serial numbers. Doesn't look like there's anything too wild, but pretty interesting. Let's see if we can discover it together. Cool. State Bank of Pakistan. Pretty cool. Little bent. Pretty cool. And then we've got some Indian banknotes. These are pretty cool. This one's really, really cool. Again, trying to be as gentle as possible, taking these off. Look at that. Really beautiful. 5 rupees. And 10. Look at that. It's beautiful. Look at all those animals. The rhino, the tiger, the elephant. And they have Gandhi on the other side. Ooh, this one's in great shape. Central Bank of the Bahamas, $1. Really great shape. We got the Queen. Not bad. Bank of Guatemala. Alright, look at that. Philippines. 20, 100, 50. These are from the 90s. I'm assuming these are all from her travels. This one's from China. But this one I think is from Japan. Yep. 1,000 yen. Over here, we have German marks. This is pre-Euro currency. 5 and 10. The old 5 and 10. And this one, I think this one's also German. 20 shillings. Bank of Jamaica, $10. That's a nice looking bill. Very nice color. Bank of Indonesia. This one's cool. I guess this is West African currency. Wow, that's really cool. It's very thin, this one. Yeah, I think this is West African currency. And that's it. Not bad for the currency. Did pretty well so far. Alright, and now we have all these coins. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go through them, pile them up, neaten them up, and then we can look at them all together because this is a lot of stuff and it's hard to see through this plastic. Alright, so look at this nice little haul we've got here. I mean, I will say, of course, there's nothing silver here. There's nothing really old or crazy numismatic value here. But we've got a lot of really, really interesting coins. And again, when you're paying 10 bucks for all this stuff, plus you have the $4 US to start, so you're really at 6 bucks right off the bat. I mean, you really can't go wrong here. Now, especially because I'm a big traveler. I travel all over the world on a very regular basis. So a lot of this stuff is modern currency that I can actually use on my travels. And that's money right there. So I'm still earning, which is fantastic. So for example, the currency that I use on a regular basis, we've got about 3 bucks in Canadian over there. We've got a couple of pounds over here. Got a pound over there and a bunch of 20 pence. We've got 2 euros over here. And we've got about 45.5 shekels from Israel. I mean, that is fantastic. That's real money right there. You can see how much that's racked up already. Plus, we've got all this other stuff that's just random coin. So I can take you on a whole world tour right over here. I mean, we've got Asia over here. We've got a ton from Japan. We've got from China. We've got from India back here. We've got from the Philippines, even Macau, Taiwan, Hong Kong, all sorts of cool stuff. And then moving on to Europe, over here we've got a bunch of stuff from Switzerland. We've got from the Czech Republic. We've got from Germany, Austria, France, Italy. Really just amazing stuff. And then we've got a bunch of stuff in the Caribbean. We've got Barbados. We've got Jamaica. We've got Aruba, Bahamas. I mean, it is so cool. One of the most interesting things, though, is I've never actually seen a coin from the Bailiwick of Jersey. That's British currency over here, so it still, of course, has Queen Elizabeth II on it. But I've never seen any money from Jersey before, so I thought that was pretty cool. We've got one coin from, guess it, yep, that's right, Egypt. I mean, that is really a nice coin. I love the design of the pyramids of Giza over there. Really, really cool. And then we've got a couple of medals. We've got this Harry S. Truman token. Nothing special. We've seen stuff like this before in my previous videos. We've got a White House medal from the US. Also nothing too interesting in my opinion. But this medal, I think, is really, really cool. United States Mint Bicentennial, 1792 to 1992. And why do I like it? Because you know I love the typeset. And this is basically a typeset all on one coin. I mean, you can see the wheat cent back there, the Jefferson nickel, Buffalo nickel, Mercury dime, Washington quarter, I mean, Walking Liberty half. We've got an Ike dollar. All sorts of really, really cool stuff. I think this is so awesome. So what do you guys think? I'd love it if in the comments below you would tell me if you would pay 10 bucks for this lot. I mean, if you're not a traveler, it's probably not so great because you can't spend the shekels, you can't spend the euros, and then you end up getting just kind of a bunch of modern foreign coins. But if you're a traveler, I mean, I gotta imagine you'd buy this like me. So, curious to hear all about that. Now, I've talked your ear off long enough about this, but if you have any questions, again, feel free to reach out in the comment section below. Would love to hear your thoughts. If you're a subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing. If you're not yet a subscriber, what are you waiting for? I have all sorts of awesome videos coming out on picking, thrifting, garage sales, gold, silver, coins, and all sorts of other stuff, and how to make a couple extra bucks on your own terms. So hit that subscribe button and that little bell next to it so you don't miss a thing. You can follow me on social media. If you want to support the channel, please buy all of your coin collecting and silver picking supplies through my Amazon links below. And if you want some hot merch, click on the links below in the box as well. If you want to send me anything, you are more than welcome to at P.O. Box 1322, Bronx, New York 10471. And enough with all of that. I hope you enjoyed the video. We got a lot more great stuff coming down the pike. So I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, Silver Picker out.